morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Global Conditioning Systems Directorate, Space and Missiles Systems Center. Today we honor First Lieutenant Marco Campos on the occasion of his promotion to the rank of Captain. I am Captain Bodie Franklin, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for this morning's event. Before we begin, please remove all badges and silence any electronic devices. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem. In this case, the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rockets right now, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please take your seats. Thank you, Commissioners. I would like to recognize Lieutenant Campos' mother, Guadalupe, and his wife Jackie for attending today's ceremony. Thank you for sharing this special occasion with us. The presiding official today is Colonel Richard Nolan, Deputy Director of Contracting, Space and Missile Systems Center. It is now my pleasure to present to you Colonel Nolan.
Well, thank you. I wanted to start off by thanking Marco's wife Jackie and Guadalupe. Thank you for coming from New York City, right?
Yes.
So, big trip, big time to come out here and to celebrate Marco's accomplishment of making captain. He's done a fantastic job. You may not know this, he was in the Army, came into the military through the Army, got his commission in the Air Force through SUNY, Farmdale, is that right? Went on to a couple of different assignments. One at Wright Pat, and I know he was also out in Qatar, deployed out there. He's done a fantastic job wherever he's been sent in the Air Force in a short amount of time that he's been in the Air Force. But the big thing for Marco is what's in the future. And I think this is a guy, in my one-on-one discussions with him, that it has an aggressive sort of personality that I like to see in our officers. Somebody who wants to be a future leader in the Air Force. And I think we will see more advancements in his career as time goes on. I've got a lot of confidence in Marco and in his ability to not only do his job here, right now, well, but in the future to make those next steps and take care of all of the stuff we always ask all of our captains or CGOs and FGOs to do, the advanced degrees, the military education, and take care of all the personal stuff that it takes to advance in this career. He's got that drive and that ambition to do those sorts of things, and so it's always a pleasure to talk with somebody when you see that sort of spark in their eyes and in their life, that they're doing all of the right things that need to be done in order to be the best you can be in the Air Force. So, Marco, I thank you for asking me to officiate. It's a privilege for me to stop going to acquisition strategy meetings all day long and to take some time out to take a second to reflect and honor some people who are doing great things here at SMC. So I thank you for asking me to do this. It's an honor and a privilege for me. But that's all I have for advance home.
Please stand for the reading of the promotion order. Attention orders. The President of the United States, acting upon the recommendation of the Secretary of the Air Force, has placed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, integrity, and abilities of First Lieutenant Marco Campos. In view of these special qualities and his demonstrated potential to serve in the higher grade, First Lieutenant Marco Campos is promoted to the permanent grade of Captain, United States Air Force, effective the 23rd of May, 2012, by the order of the Secretary of the Air Force. Please take your seats as we invite Guadalupe and Jackie up front to pin the rank of Captain on.
That looks happier.
Thank you, Jackie and Guadalupe. Please stand as Colonel Nolan administers the oath of office.
I state your name.
I, Marco Campos,
Having been appointed a captain
having been appointed a captain
in the United States Air
in
Force,
the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of
or
evasion,
purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
that I will well
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which
upon which
I am about to enter.
I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. You're up.
Hello everyone, first of all thank you for coming and sharing this special occasion with me. Before I begin the formal thank yous for those responsible for me being here today, I'd like to express a few thoughts of where it all began. In many ways, life is like a flowchart. The decisions you make and sometimes the decisions that others make affect the many outcomes and possibilities of your future. Mine was kind of strange for me. It all happened way too fast for me. It was in the electronics classroom. I was just doing my homework when someone knocked the door, and it was my electronics professor. He said, "Marco, come downstairs to Career Day. I want to introduce you to something." So he brought me downstairs and he said, "Marco, you're really good at electronics, and I know you love it. I learned it all from the Coast Guard Reserve. This is where I was an electronics technician for 8 years. This is where I got all my skills. If you're interested, you can serve the military, be in the reserves, learn electronics, and keep moving forward with your career." So that was the gateway for me to the military. That's how it all began. That's when I went home that same day, Monday, June 10th. I still remember it so vividly. I went home, I Googled Coast Guard, Reserve, Army, Marines, all the other services. I didn't even know they existed, to be honest with you. I was so naive with the military. So in the combination of doing the search, a memory came to mind. And it was the memory of 9/11. I'm from New York City, and my high school was 5 blocks away from where the whole event occurred. So I was there, and I was remembering my Spanish teacher. the first times we heard that this tragic event had happened, my Spanish teacher at first just had concerns about her son. But then afterwards, when she heard the bad news, she just fell on the floor and broke down. And it was just that, thinking about that fueled some desire for me to do something about it. It was like I don't know if it was a desire to serve, but it was definitely probably the point that just pushed me over the edge for me to go to a recruiter, make the moves happen really fast, and just go out there. And June 19, literally, from the Monday that they introduced me to the Coast Guard Reserve to June 19, I was already in boot camp, and I was getting yelled at by all these drill sergeants, and I was like, what is going on in my life? It all happened way too fast. And I feel bad at the time because my mom had to sign my papers for me to enlist at the age of 17. It was a tough decision, Mom, but it all worked out really well. So, without further ado, I'd like to thank Colonel Nolan for officiating this ceremony for me, sir. I know you're really busy, and to thank you for taking the time to be here with me. To my SCNI team, who I've bonded with over the last year, we've struggled a lot of tough times, but we're moving forward with it. And not to mention that a few of you have gone above and beyond for me, and I know who you are, and I thank you so much for what you've done for me. To my wife Jackie, who I love, who loves me, who supports me, and who's my best friend. I love you, baby, and thank you for all you do for me. And last, but never least, my mother and my grandma, who's no longer with us. These two women are the most strong-minded and most bravest I've ever met, period. And I've met some real brave soldiers. But these two women, for everything they've done for me, everything they sacrificed for me, I have done little to nothing to reach to where I'm at. It was because of them, through all the struggles we went through life, and for all the sacrifices that they did, the reason that I'm able to be here today. And I just want to let you know that I love you with all my heart. No matter how tough life was, I lived a very happy life, and the best thing that ever happened to me, and will always be, is having a mother like you, and a mother like my mom, who always took care of me throughout my life. So thank you for always being there for me, and I love you. Once again, everyone, thank you for coming here, and please take care.
Please rise for the departure of the official party. This concludes today's ceremony. At this time, please make your way up to GP South Conference Room on the second floor for food and refreshments, and to congratulate the Air Force's newest captain. Thank you for attending the promotion ceremony today. Have a good day.
Is the camera yours? Turn it off. Yeah, it's mine. Jackie. Oh, can you turn it off? I don't know how to.
Oh, I know how to turn it off.
Wow. Colonel Nolan, I saw him like laugh.
Guadalupe, thank you very much for coming out here.
Congratulations.
He's fantastic. Thanks for giving him